So today is the 8-8 Lionsgate, right? And I want to talk about what that really means, especially because it's happening on a 8 year. So it's 888, right? Let's talk about what the Lionsgate actually means based purely off of numerology. Because the number 8, right? People say the number 8 is a number of abundance, right? It can be, but it's more a number of transformation. You see, it deals with transforming lower energies into higher energies. That's why 8, right? The number 8 is associated with Scorpio, and on some Egyptian shit, it's associated with the Egyptian god Set, which is the god of the ego, right? Now, when you work with the Egyptian god Set, right? You work with the ego in order to transmute it and then use its energy for a higher purpose, right? With a scorpion, right? A scorpion, they sting you. If you mess with a scorpion, it stings you. With ego, when someone attacks your ego and attacks your character, you get mad defensive and you try to sting them back. You see what I'm saying? It shows that deep instinctual impulsive emotion, but you're supposed to transform that emotion and use it for a higher purpose, right? So it pretty much deals with transmuting ego and lower desires. That's why Scorpio deals with what? Desire, sexuality, but also transformation and death, because you have to die to the lower aspect to reveal the higher aspect. Once you do that, you may get some abundance, yeah, but that's not the main meaning. It's more about transforming those deep, impulsive ego energies and making it a higher spiritual energy, right? Now, with that being said, 8-8, right? Let's start off with just simply 8-8. So that's two eights, which incorporates the energy of two. Now, two also deals with making space, mainly for creation and for your values, right? But it deals with making space, like it's associated with the Egyptian god Shu. Shu is aligned with space. Shu is the god that makes space, so that way creation can actually manifest. You see what I'm saying? Taurus is also aligned with two. Taurus deals with your values, right? And it's kind of like your like initial values, right? And that's why it could be seen. That's why Tauri can also be very aligned with their senses, because it's like your initial values will come based upon what you feel like is good to you, right? You know what I'm saying? So it's like it deals with that initial making space for something to grow, and you grow thing. You take action. You take action on things based upon your values. You know what I'm saying? You create based upon your values. Two deals with making space for creation, right? So pretty much, right, with two eights, right, you have 8, you have your deep impulsive emotions making space for what though? Let's do 8 plus 8. 8 plus 8 is 16. 6 plus 1 is 7. 7 is the number of wisdom. It's aligned with the Egyptian goddess Aset or Isis, right? The goddess of wisdom, right? Wisdom from your soul. It balancing out your internal soul with the external world on some Libra 7 shit. You see what I'm saying? So with all that being said, right? 8-8. When you have the 8-8 Lionsgate, the two eights literally deal with you having your deep impulsive emotions making space for wisdom. So if you pretty much transmute your deep impulsive raw ego emotions, you're gonna make space for wisdom which aligns with your soul, right? Even when it comes to what's it called? The Lionsgate, right? It's very heavily evolved with Sirius. Nigga, Sirius was aligned with the Egyptian goddess Aset or Isis, aka Seven, the goddess of wisdom. So the 8-8 Lionsgate is literally a day of. And by the way, when you even working with the Egyptian tree of life, right? When you start working with Set, you transmute Set's energy with Isis. Like on the tree, you would have 9 over here, which is Nebuchadnezzar, the goddess of death, right? Then you would have Set right next to Nebuchadnezzar because ego and death are married. You know what I'm saying? Ego and mortal awareness, right? Once you go through ego death, you transmute the ego with the energy of 7, which is across from. It's like up and across from Set. You know. So, long story short, what I'm saying is that wisdom, right? Your soul's wisdom is what actually transmutes your lower ego energy, right? And it's funny because 8-8, nigga. 8 plus 8 is 16, which deals with 7. So the 8-8 is when you transmute those lower ego energies, which make space for wisdom, aka Isis, which is literally the star Sirius and all that stuff, right? So that's that real quick, because people talk about the AA Lionsgate and don't realize that they should be focused on transmuting their lower self to get in tune with their spiritual wisdom and stuff like that. Because if you look at your lower self, right, and you transmute that shit, you will get some wisdom. That's a fact. Like for example, let's say you feel sad. Like I just made a video about inner conflict. Literally, if you transmute the inner, if you're going through inner conflict, right, this is the perfect day to deal with your inner conflict in order to get wisdom from your soul. If you feel super sad, find out why you feel so sad and how to get over that. If you feel angry, find out why you feel so angry, transmute that shit to gain wisdom to take action upon your purpose. So you see what I'm saying? Stuff like that. Now let's talk about 888, because this ain't just any 88 Lionsgate. This is the 88 Lionsgate happening on the 8th year. So now it's three eights. Three is the energy of it's pretty much like creative energy, right? So two is making space for creativity. Then three is actually that creative energy and stuff like that, right? So three is aligned with the goddess Tefnut, and she represents that divine creative energy that's inside of space. So you actually have space, then the energy in space, which actually does make the creation, right? Three is also aligned with Gemini, right, which is thoughts, right? But it's not like thoughts when it comes to like Virgo, which is analyzing, right? That's like the analytical mind, right? Not Virgo. Gemini is thoughts as in like creating thoughts, right? It's like making new thoughts type shit. It's very childlike. It's also aligned with the hands. What do the hands do? They create and stuff like that. And it's this creative energy and stuff like that. And to create, you do need intellect too. You know what I'm saying? So with all that being said, right? Because intellect is associated with Gemini also, right? And when you think a thought, it then act on you think a thought, feel emotions, act off it, do shit, you create some shit, right? Long story short, three deals a lot with creative energy coming through, right? So you already have eight making space for shit, right? But then you have three, the actual energy of creation, right? Now with that being said, because you have three eights, right? You have your deep impulsive energies making the energy of creation, but creating what? Let's do 8 times 3. 8 times 3 is what? 27? No, I'm tweaking out, right? 16 plus 8 is 24. I tweaked out. So 24, right? 4 plus 2 is 6, right? This is the energy of your soul. So 8, right? Bro, like really peep this shit. Simply just having two eights, right? 8, right? Is your deep impulsive emotions, right? You transmuting your deep impulsive ego emotions make space for your soul's wisdom, right? That's just 8. Then you have 8. This is your deep impulsive emotions, right? When you transmute your egotistical emotions, right? It makes the energy for your soul to come through, which is 6. Because 3 is the energy, and then 6 is the soul. You know what I'm saying? Which is Osiris, right? Or Asar, you know what I'm saying? Which is the soul, right? So with all that being said, this is all about transmuting our lower energies in order to get in tune with our soul, the wisdom of our soul, and the overall energy of our soul. Now look, when it comes to angel numbers, right? I'm pretty good at reading them, Jones. If you guys need a session, links down below. I'm doing half off right now. I am. I'm doing half off for the whole Leo season. So like August 22nd, I think that's the end of Leo season. August 22nd is the last day I'm doing it. Then the 23rd, you can no longer book it, right? So if you go to my YouTube right now, and then you click on the community tab, right? If you go there, you're going to see the half off genie. You're going to see the deal, what it means, all that stuff. Yeah. But the 8 Lionsgate, I would recommend taking time to sit down, really look at your internal self, right? Really see if you got some ego shit going on. See if there's any ego energy, any dense energy, any low vibe energy and stuff like that. And pretty much try to solve and transmute your inner conflict. Instead of running away from your conflict, face your conflict. If you have fear, why do you have fear? Where can you get stronger at? You know what I'm saying? If you have anger, what can you take action on? If you're sad, what should you be reflecting on? If you're envious, how could you improve yourself? You see what I'm saying? Really transmute the energy. Don't run away from it, transmute it, right? You're gonna get wisdom from your soul and just get the energy of your soul coming through more. You know what I'm saying? So really, 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 really think about that and tap into that. People will talk about the 8-8 Lions Gate, but that's what it really means. I love you. I'm gonna catch you. Peace.